It's all I'm thinking. Hopefully, maybe, hopefully, there's some go for me. Not the ball. Shy, finish. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Okay. But it's okay, it's fine. We get it out. Can you see my screen?
No.
Let me do it. How about now? Can you see it? Can you see the screen now? Hello? Can you see the screen? 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 Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay. Regarding this trade now that I took last, okay, it was last week since today is Sunday. So I'll just start with the weekly time frame. So, you look at this now. Let me clean everything first. This price action here now. This this
Mm.
this, this was this candle here.
was current
Yes.
week, like this week that we just traded it, right? So then, first of all, when I came, I was like, I just looked at the market. I was like, okay, number one, first of all, this is a breaker block, a breaker block. So since this is a weekly time frame, I knew that the market has the tendency to trade back to that breaker block. And since also this is a weekly time frame, it will have a huge impact to the market, right? So then
Yeah.
even though all the things that I saw in the lower time frame object to it, right? But since this is actually a break, this is weekly time frame, a breaker block weekly time frame. We know that it must even if when you go on a lower time frame, maybe like 5 minutes time frame, when you see a breaker block, we know that at the end market will trade to that breaker block. So that same scenario with this weekly time frame. The only thing is that I had to like be looking for buy setups for it, right? So if you use a line chart, you can notice the breaker block. Have you seen it?
Yes.
So
Yes.
then since this is my price target, okay, I have a price target for the week. Let me just add it price target. Then what did I do? Then I go on a daily time frame, down to a daily time frame. Then since I know my price target, everything that I'm looking for was a buy setup, right? Okay, if I come today, I'll look for a buy setup. Next day, buy setup, everything buy setup, buy setup. So then going down to the 1 hour time frame, going back to the 1 hour time frame. So then this trade here, this trade here, where is it? Okay, this one here now. This was the first trade that I took this week. This particular one now here. How did I take this trade? I use this. You know about fair value gaps, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now I saw this fair value gap here. It was around New York, New York AM time,
So,
right? So I was like, I wanted it to be around 9:30, but during that 9:30, it didn't give me the setup. I was stopped out, right? So then this setup then formed. Why did I take it? Number one is there was displacement. You see this big movement here.
yes.
Yes, this movement at times works as confirmation that the market is trying to go up, is trying to push up, right? That's why, first of all, what it does is it gives you a big movement, push to the upside. Then retracement to that movement, down to that movement is when you take your entry, right? So then another thing that I did was, since I've seen this big movement here and we stay into New York trading section, right? What I did was I placed my entry here. Okay, I use a Fibonacci and measure the fair value gap that I see so that I'll know where to take my entry. And then I placed my entry. My entry was at the 50% of that fair value gap, right? Then and already I know that there is this thing, what is it called again? A breaker block that price is likely to trade into, right? So then since my entry is there, then I place my entry here. SL could be at the high. Or I mean SL could be at the low of that fair value gap. Then your TP will be at that breaker block. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Uh, then this was first trade. Then second trade. Then okay, I got stopped at here now. For instance, let me show you this thing. so that to show that at times the strategy can do its thing. So now when I came this particular day now, I saw a big displacement to the downside, right? Then I thought like
Mm.
the market want to like maybe do a little displacement before going up. You know that at times market don't tends to like move to your direction ASAP. So then since I saw this thing, then I came and see another thing again. This fair value gap here.
Yes.
Then I lost quite a lot of money there that day because I was like, almost, I think now stacking times I had to like stack it. So then that's that fair value. I don't know if you can see it, that fair value gap there. Let me
Yeah.
just okay, you can see it, right?
Yes.
Then I was like, it's also New York time. That was during New York again. Then I had to start placing my entry here. I had to start placing my entry. The market just right through the entry, right through the SL. Then I got stopped out. But what happened again was that there was inverted fair value gap here. Yeah, now.
Mm.
Yes. And price use that inverted fair value gap and start moving up, right? So had it been that I just
Yeah.
opened the trade, even without SL, I would have been in huge profit, right? So that was where I got stopped out in this year, in that day. So then the third trade was on, I think it was on Thursday. Let me mark out Thursday. Thursday. Okay, okay, let me do this thing. Okay, on Thursday. So on Thursday, I think it was that day that news was. I think we had news on that Thursday itself. I can't remember, Sha.
Yeah. Yeah. There was news. Either CPI.
Okay. I'm not actually a fan of news, right? Because any money that news can give you, news can also give me that money. I don't see the point of like risking my account. Unless
Like,
if like I have this guy that normally love to trade news, right? Unless he is like, okay, I have set up that kind of thing, then we just like risk it, shake it, that kind of thing.
yes.
So that Thursday when I came to the market and I came to my chart, because I normally like come during something like 9 o'clock New York time, then I will look for setup. Then 9:30, I would like to take my entry because during 9:30, price tends to move well. So then when I came around 8 o'clock, or was it 8:30? I'm not sure. But let me just have this thing at 8:30, 8:30 New York time. Then when I came to the market, I saw this. I saw there was this movement here. Price displaced a huge movement here. Then again, I saw a fair value gap. Fair value gap here. You can even draw it up to this place if you want. Then again, if you use your line chart, uh, I don't know if you're familiar with Casmodium. Are you familiar with Casmodium?
Yes. QM.
Yeah. You can see it here.
Yes.
Then again, a low, a high, a lower low, right? So that's basically a breaker block, right? So you can just do something like this, something like this at 50%, at 50%. Now all this confluence. Okay, now okay, let me add another thing. You have liquidity here. You have liquidity here. We also have liquidity. This was the liquidity that I used, Sha. This was the one that I used. This one here. Then all these confluence now, where is the market heading to? That weekly breaker block that I showed you earlier. She get that kind of thing. Then you just have to like place your entry here now. Okay, where is that? Just have your stuff here, and then you can have your essay here. You have your essay here. Then TP at that breaker block, our price target. That's and your entry should be below the liquidity, right? Because at times price it depends on how the distance of your maybe price point and your liquidity. If your price point is too far from your liquidity, at times price tends to snub it. Share get. So at times what I do is just I place my entry below the stops. Share get.
Yes.
And if you drag this thing like this, you know, at first, price tends to like respect it. It was moving smoothly. Then it started consolidating, moving sideways, right? But at the end, so I took the trade that Thursday. Then I keep holding it, right? So then price was doing shakara, but at the end, it moved to it, right? So again, this was 9.44 ARA risk to reward ratio. Again, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So since this was my price target, so everything that I was looking for was there. Then I did being that I'm the type that likes stacking trade. I will I will also look for another trade there. Let me look for New York. Okay, 830. Okay, this is 833. Then during 930. Okay, during 930. Let me delete this thing since we made our point. Okay, this is bullish order block. So this happened around 8, was it 8 o'clock? Yes. Then during 9 o'clock, during 9:30, sorry. This was 9:33. But price tapped here. she get that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
normally, if I were to take my trade there, I don't think if I will even take this trade, sha, because given to the type of tricks that I make, I'm very careful with my trade, that kind of thing. But if you look at airlines, you have your liquidity. liquidity. Then you can take it, you can take your entry here, sha. But at times, the reason why I don't like taking entry, like, this is very close to that. I like taking my entry at the 50% of the fair value gap, right? But you can do this. You can do this, sha. I have your SL below this low. But at the end, okay, price tends to respect it too. This was 8 RR. Wow. But the reason why I don't like all these things is that at times, most at times, you just like it will just stop you out. She get that kind of thing. Because last
Yes.
week price just respected itself and just moved smoothly that last week. So I didn't want to like over risk or do anything. So that's actually the analogy behind the trade that I took. It's actually simple. Just on a weekly time frame, check your on a weekly time frame, check your price target. You'll be like, okay, this is where we are heading this week. Once you've gotten it correct, right, then you'll be looking for entry. Check that kind of thing. So that's how
Yes.
it works. Do you have any question?
No question. Okay, please, which this thing do you use for your trading? Which broker?
I use SNES, I use Just Markets. If like Just Markets, when you want to stack entry, Just Markets is the perfect broker when stacking entries. Yeah. Or even FBS. But if you want to like grow your trade in that kind of thing gradually, then SNES is nice.
Okay. So please, another question: how do you connect it to this trading view? Because I'm using trading view, I don't know how to connect it. Is it this trading panel section? I'll be buying later.
For instance, you can this is where your brokers are. You
Okay.
just have to like you have Binance here, you have capital.com, you have OKS. You just have to like look for your broker here. Or if you look for all brokers, there is this broker that I was using. It wasn't mine actually. Someone gave me the logins. It was this Dubai investor like that. So I've forgotten it, but he has this green icon. It has green icon to it. And yeah, easy market. This one now. So then you just have to connect it, check that curtain. But if you're trading on this trading view, right, you can just start with paper trading, right? You can just start with paper trading. Though connecting it again, I don't have any other history. Okay. My own is currently at 12K, 12K 720. I don't even know how much I deposited. I don't actually pay attention to this thing. No. I don't actually pay attention to it. I can open trade here, then I can forget that I have trade here even, right? Because most of the times when I come into this place, this thing doesn't open automatically, right? I just have to connect it, right? So at times I don't have time for that. So you get that kind of thing. That's that. So next week, I'm not sure about next week how market will react, sha, but I don't know. This US30 is very hard to comprehend when it comes to its reaction to the news and everything, because I noticed that when there is news, CPI, for instance, let's say that CPI is around 230. US30 doesn't tend to like work immediately with that 230. Maybe it will give some delay before starting to pump up, right? But when it starts making its move, then it's making its move, that kind of thing. So you get. So do you have any other question?
No other question.
Yeah. Hope this was insightful.
Yes.
Did you record it?
Yes, I'm recording.
Okay. Okay, you can save the record. You can save it. Okay. We can call it a day now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everywhere I go feels honey. This is the life I want. Make you think